I heard the fitness test yesterday was a dead heat. How could you describe it?
Dead heat. It was close.
Oh.
It was a great race. BB and Ben Bender. I'm not going to say who wins because one of them can release that.
Well, Dee told us Ben won.
Has he told you? Okay, yeah, he won by a second, so BB's not happy. Typical BB.
When you look at the group of people you have around you in midfield, Dean has said that he wants some more ball progression through there. How much do you kind of look at the guys around you, put the onus on them, and take some ownership that you want to play more through that phrase in the field?
Yeah, we've spoke on it. We spoke on it last year. I think we needed to. Without the ball, we were phenomenal. Now it's about going to another level and being better with the ball and not defending for the majority of the game. We want to control teams both ways, and that's something the gaffer spoke on yesterday as well.
Absent a couple of additions that could come, how much does continuity help you get more possession in games?
I think you saw that last year. We had a group that were together for a full year. Now we've had 2 years together. You've got a good spine of the team. You've got a real good group in there, and it's the lads have come back in good shape. And now we need to, like I said, improve more with the ball and go and dominate teams with the ball. That's what we want to do. We want to keep improving every year.
How do you properly weaponize the motivation of the way last year ended?
I think for me it was heartbreaking. We felt like we deserved more, so we've got to use that anger as a motivation to go and do it again and not rest on our laurels. We want to finish top four. That's our minimum aim. It's a tough ask, but we believe as a group and as a whole football club that if we'd have got through that Orlando game, I think we would have had a real good chance to go on and win something. But it wasn't to be. You learn from it, and everyone's motivated to go again and go one step further.
How do you feel physically?
I feel great. I'm tired now, obviously. Another session under the belt, but I feel as I have done the last few years. I think this is it's like my 18th year now, pre-season. So I know how I feel. I know how to manage my body. Like I said, you've got Bronico and Ben Bender I think they probably just broke the world record for the tests we do. So it's testament to what they're doing. They're pushing each and one of us. So the standard's getting better every year.
Carol?
Hey, Westy.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. So the weightlifting thing, is that still coming?
That was the routine fitness test we do. But like I said, Pete Gorka was in there shouting. He's unfortunately lost his voice today. Well, fortunately for us, he's lost his voice. So I'm glad Pete's lost his voice.
I'm just curious, when you go home for the holidays, are you noticing a difference? Do people know? Have they heard of where Charlotte is now? I mean, do people comment on knowing anything about what you do now?
Yeah, I think the Congo, the security guy was in. I can't remember where he went. He went to watch Man United. He went to watch a Man United game, and he sat in his Charlotte coat. And one of the United staff recognised him, and they knew who Charlotte was. So we're getting there. A lot of. Obviously, in England, it helps when you've got a manager like Dean Smith, who's the manager of this football club. So people recognise him. It's getting there, and we need to go and win something now.
Do people think you're crazy for doing what you've done? You're all friends?
Not when they see me Instagram now, but it intrigues a lot of people. I think it does intrigue people, and obviously now Messi's come to the league. You've got a lot of other big players coming to the league. It's heading in the right direction, and with the World Cup just around the corner, it's a good place to be.
I remember there was a game. Sorry.
No, you go.
There was a game. I think it was the year before last, when Patrick had come in and got benched at halftime, and you apologized to him. You remember that moment?
I do remember that.
And then to see where he is now in camp with the national team, how does that?
Yeah, it makes you proud, because he was a young kid making his debut, and like I said, he actually didn't do anything wrong. It was us who let us down. It let him down, but that shows his character as well. He's not let it get to him. He went back to the legacy and proved himself there, and now he's in the national team, which he thoroughly deserves. He's been, like I said, last year he carried us halfway through the year, and he was to do that as a young kid, to lead the line of a football club is not easy. It's probably the most difficult job, and I think he got double digits for goals, so we expect him now to go that one further.
Do you feel like everybody else knows about him now? He's not much of a secret anymore?
Yeah, but it's easy to know about him, but it's how do you control him? When he's on form, he's unstoppable. So hopefully he's got great confidence getting that call up to the national team, and rightly so. And hopefully Tim's looking after him. I'm sure he is, and pushing him again. And I can't wait to get them both back.
Yesterday, Dean was telling us that he really wants to go after like a goal grabber, someone who could basically take the offense and make it their own. How do you think that kind of fits into the landscape? Obviously, you mentioned Messi. Like, do you think that's the landscape of where MLS is? That a team needs someone like that? And also, as a leader, like, how do you kind of manage that with, motivating the whole team when maybe there's one guy who could do it all as well? Yeah,
I think having a player like that, it certainly, like I said, when the game's tight and when, like I said, you can't play well every game, but if we're not playing well, we can grind a result out, and having a player that can just go and do something a little bit different is what every club needs, what every team needs. So I think if we certainly had one of them, then again we'll be pushing for a trophy, and that's what this football club want to do. So I'd be more than happy for one of them superstars to come.
Last year, you were beginning, the relationship with a new coach, right? Like the team starting that off, so you were kind of getting to know each other. How has that changed coming into this season, knowing what a brilliant season you guys had under Dean Smith this year? How are you preparing this season slightly different?
This is about, it's obviously everyone wanted to impress him last year, and we've come back now, but he's a manager that demands more out of a player. He said in his meeting the other day, the first day back, he doesn't want us. He wants us to go again, and that's the kind of manager he is. He wants to improve players, and we've come back. We look good, and we've said it. We've said it as a group. The manager said it. We want top four, and that is our aim this year.
Nice. And then last year there were reports coming out that it felt like there was something special about that team, right? MLS analysts looked at it, had you 12th, 13th, 14th in the league, right? Do you feel that specialness again this season?
It's the same as how it felt last year. We've got a real good group of humans, and that first and foremost is the best thing you can have in a football club. But we've got a team that you saw last year that fight for each other. We put our bodies on the line, and every day in training we demand the best out of each other. And like I said, we're another year down the road, so everyone knows each other that little bit more. So I'm certainly expecting a lot more from this team this year, put it that way.
Nice. And then my last one is, one of the things that Dean looked to improve last year was defensively, right? And you guys did that. You got the second lowest goals against in the league, right? You talked about one of the things you need to improve is dominating more with the ball. What kind of things have you guys, been working on that you could share?
We haven't worked on much yet. It's about getting back in the building and getting everyone up to speed. I'm sure next week we'll push training again, and there'll be more ball work. But like I said, it's hard for the manager to do that. We have to take that on ourselves as players. We have to start demanding more of each other. Even that comes from passing drills. Not having a laugh and a joke in passing drills. It's time to work and focus on every pass. That's the only way we're going to get better, and we want to get better at that. We don't want to be a team that relies on our defensive ability. We want to go and be able to do both.
Jason?
Yeah. Talked earlier about obviously the disappointment in the playoffs last year being the motivating factor. You used the term anger. I'm just curious, as long as you've been playing this game, there's probably a time when to push and when to back off. And so I'm just curious how you sort of anticipate, like as you said, using that motivation, but using it in the right way.
Yeah, it's happened, and it took me a good 4 weeks to get over it. But like I said, you go away, you have Christmas, that's last year now. Last year's done. Whatever happened last year is done. But we know in the back of our minds what we're capable of, and what happened last year gives us confidence that everyone wrote us off. But we believed as a group we would make playoffs comfortably. Again, now is about setting other targets and big targets of top 4 and going on to win something, because that's what this club needs. And then I think first and foremost the fans need it as well.
How's your golf game?
It's got better. Everyone keeps asking me if I've played so long.
I've seen you play.
Alfonso.
Mr. What do you like your main objective for this season, like a personal?
Personal, I think I missed one game last year, so I want to play every minute of every game again. I missed the game through suspension, which was stupid of me. So this year I want to play every minute of every game. If that means I'm 35, I'll do my best to do that and push these lads. And it's up to these young boys coming through to try and take me out of the team.
The other one is everyone talk about more possession in the ball, and how is the new dynamic or more explosive on the attacking? Because last year we win, but we don't win for different of 3 or more goals.
Yeah, but in football there's a fine balance. You don't want to be scoring 5 goals and then conceding 4 goals. So football's a fine balance. If we can carry on what we were doing, I think towards the back end of last year, the manager found a system that was unbelievable. We dominated a lot. We felt like we dominated the ball a lot more. So I think it's more the same build-up, and then going to adding things in the final third, and maybe taking our time more in the final third, not rushing the final pass and making sure the final pass connects. That's like I said, going back to what I said in previous, it's down to us players to really focus on that part of the game and make sure that it's the right pass, the right way to pass. That's what's going to take us to the next level.
Willie P.
How has your relationship this offseason developed with Tim Ream? Because you are the unquestioned captain of the squad, but he obviously brings a lot of experience. And as you guys be leaders on the squad, how have you guys melded together?
Tim's phenomenal. We went to Merchant and Trade just after the season finished. Our wives got on, and I've said it before. I said the captain's only as good as the experienced lads behind him, and we've got incredible experienced lads. We've got Kalina, Nath, Addy's now being a leader. We've added Tim to that. Like I said, it makes my job easy. I'm the forefront of it, but what them boys do behind me is a real help to my job, and it makes my life a lot easier.
Does the club empower you to almost be a recruiter out there in the transfer market, or is that something you do proactively in terms of trying to get people interested in wanting to maybe come play here?
Yeah, if people ask me what it's like, I tell them the truth. I say what an unbelievable city Charlotte is. I think personally it's the best in America. It's got everything. But like I said, I've not spoke to anyone. No one's asked me to speak to players yet. But if they do, I'll be more than happy, like I did when the gaffer was interested.
Is there almost an attraction? Clean has talked about almost kind of it being a mini Croatia for him, and other players have spoken about the fact that you get the comforts of a big city, but you also don't get the hustle and bustle of Miami and New York. How much of that is an attractive thing for someone who might play overseas and maybe grow tired of maybe being noticed all the time, that kind of thing?
Yeah, me and Nate joke about it in there. You give us 4 days with any player, we could sign the majority of them. It's a good city. If you can get people here and show them where Charlotte is, what Charlotte's got, it's got that real, like you said, there's a lot going on in the city, but not too much. And obviously, since I've been here, people have taken to me. It's been phenomenal. The kids love it. It's you've got the beach on the 2 hours away. You've got the mountains. So it's a real special place. It's a special club with a lot of great people, and now we need to, I said it last year, we need to go and start winning things.
Carol?
I was watching a little content video yesterday where Abada was like he's 100 on the scale of 1 to 10 ready to be back, and it made me wonder what a difference it makes for a player when you come in at the start. You know, you went through that kind of yourself a little bit last year. You know, how much more can you expect out of him this year, you think?
Yeah, it's, and to be fair to Zoran, when he first signed me, I was saying, should I just come at the end of when Burnley get promoted and see a promotion? But he was one that said you need a pre-season under your belt because it's hard coming during a season. So, and you've seen that with the majority of players coming in, it's not easy. So I think for the lads now, the like of Leal and Pep, who are going to have full pre-seasons under the belt, it gives you a great platform to go and perform at your highest level. So yeah, we've got majority of the group now back for pre-season, and it does give you a big platform. It gives you've got the confidence in your body to know you can last the full distance. So expecting big things from him.
I know, I think the league knows about his speed, but maybe that doesn't matter. I don't know. I mean, you feel like he's a weapon for you guys in terms of that?
Yeah, you saw it in what he did in Atlanta. He's a special player. He's still only young. He's played in the SPL, which is a testing league, and he's played at a big club, so he knows how to handle it. So yeah, I'm really excited for Leo this year, and he's one that can take us forward.
We saw that you recently visited your old club, Crew Alexandra. How was that experience?
Yeah, it's good. It's always special to go back. The club hasn't changed for 30 years since I've been going as a kid, so it's the same people. You got the same tea ladies there, the same kit men are there. It's another unique place. My dad's still working there. He's still fixing the lights and does all the electrics there. So it's, again, the manager I played with the manager in midfield. He played with my brother as under 10. So it's a unique club. They're doing very well. It's always nice to go back, but people always say you're going to come back for one last visit, but not for me. I couldn't go and play in the cold again.